Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back again with another stock market video. Today we're going to be talking about why I think the stock market is going to move higher in the next couple weeks, could very well revisit all-time highs, and what exactly that means for the market as a whole. Now, as you can see, today a lot of stocks moved higher, especially in certain sectors. Now, not everything is green here like you sometimes see. Financials are very green. A lot of bank stocks up over 7% today, and in certain industries, a lot of stocks have done great today. However, what might be surprising is that some of the tech stocks, specifically the stocks that have done very well in the last couple weeks, have actually gone down today. And that could continue still for a little bit because they were overextended in my opinion, right? I mean, Facebook, for example, down 1% today, reached new all-time highs just a few days ago. So they were sort of ahead of the game and, had a bit too much of a lead, where now they're falling back and it's leaving an opportunity for the stocks that were harder hit, things like AT&T, to move higher, which is interesting and not, something that is weird by any means. It is pretty logical. But it is nice to see nonetheless that the market is staying rational in that sense and giving more of an opportunity to stocks that have actually been unfairly hit hard. So I actually predicted this move higher just yesterday on my Twitter. I said that the SP 500 should break above $3,000 this week. Watch and see, and that's exactly what happened. If we go ahead and take a look here today, you'll see that indeed we moved above 3,000 on the S&P today, and right now we did close right below 300 on the SPY ETF. But if you look once again, the day's range was above 300, and looking at the chart, we are at our resistance level right around $300, so we could pull back from here. That would be a predictable level to pull back at. However, I don't think that's the case, right? I think we might see a small pullback, but I don't think that we're going to come all the way back down to $250 or $230, at least not yet. I think for now, the path is higher. In fact, if I go ahead and draw our uptrend line, you're going to see that we've got a very steady uptrend line, and we're curling back up on the moving averages. You'll see this orange line over here moving back towards the white line. So expect a bullish crossover there. If we look on the indicators, RSI is very strong right now. It's got a nice slow but steady move higher, and we're just about to break above the 60 line on the RSI. I think what we're going to see here is not a major pullback or anything as far as even the price is concerned, but especially on the indicators. But in fact, we're going to start to see a breakout as we head towards 70 on the RSI, and I actually expect us to break above that level. So expect a breakout above the 70 line sometime very soon, and that's going to cause a breakout that should push us back towards the all-time highs on the S&P 500. For the SPY ETF, that is going to be, the absolute all-time high was around 339, but we've got an open gap right here at right around $328, give or take. So that is an area that pretty much absolutely has to get filled. If you don't know about gap fill theory, make sure to check out my technical analysis master course. That's something that I discuss in an entire video, and you'll see why and how gaps need to be filled. The course is less than $20 and comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. We've gotten great reviews, so make sure to check that out if you want to learn more about technical analysis and gap fills specifically. But for something like the S&P 500, every single gap needs to be filled. It's going to be extremely rare, pretty much impossible, that a gap is left unfilled. So if you look at the bigger pattern here, what's happening is we're going to move higher here, fill this gap, right? That's the target area, and then at that point, we could move higher, it's possible, or we might be ready to move back lower again, because I will not hide the more bearish scenario that is at play here. While the market is looking good and it's looking like we're going to get a nice move back higher, we're not fully out of the woods yet. Right now, we did come back and test some lower levels just a few weeks ago. But if we zoom out a bit more, what we're going to find is we still have that $200 area that could need to be tested, even $150. So is there room for more downside down the line? It is possible, right? And that's something I think you should fully be aware of and keep in mind, because even though right now we're moving higher, that doesn't mean that we're fully out of the woods yet. In fact, we even have a little bit of a V-shaped recovery here, which is pretty nice. I'll just point that out as well. But nonetheless, right, once we reach that $330 area, that's going to be a time to sort of reconsider and reanalyze, see, are we ready and are we prepared to be moving higher into this 300 range, maybe even moving above $350, or is that way too high, way too fast, and are we going to start to fall significantly lower again? That is a very real possibility. But with that being said, I am still buying more. I'm still invested in the market, and I'm going to continue to buy more. And I'll reanalyze once we reach that $330. But I'm all about long-term investing right now. I've got my holdings, and I don't have any plans to sell, to be honest, unless I would see something specifically concerning when we reach this area, or if the movement got very weak thereafter. Other than that, I still think that the bull thesis, especially short to medium term, like I said, the next few weeks especially, going to be very bullish, and even the next few months, right? I think that despite the fact that there was a big scare not that long ago, looking better rather than worse, especially in that short to medium term. Everything looks good on the indicators. Love that very shortly, and any pullback would be pretty minimal at this